Hi. Well, if you turn WCSR on, hoping to hear Tiger baseball, you know by now Dan Dickerson and Carlos Pena have told you that we aren't the only ones that have been getting rain. They got rain down there earlier today. It's no longer raining, but it's going to take them a while to get the field in order. And they're saying now about 8 o'clock before the game would start tonight. Anyway, I'm Rick Arsenault, and welcome to another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel, live and direct from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. You know the drill by now. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you haven't done so yet, please, folks, get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Miggy and I say thank you very much. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Not just the Rays have playing at the in a minor league field in Tampa. And not only that, I misspoke last night. I said it seated about 15,000. I meant to say 15,000, and that might be a bit of a stretch. I'd say anywhere in the vicinity of 13, 14, 15,000, somewhere in there. And they might have added a few extra seats. But when you're playing in a minor league field, like the A's are in Sacramento, you're not the only ones using that ballpark. It's also being used by the minor league affiliate. That means there's pretty much action on that field every day, and that makes it very hard to properly maintain it. I think they're finding that out. You'll notice the field when you watch these games this weekend in Tampa. That field isn't in very good shape, and neither's the one in Sacramento. And that's too bad. I don't even know that they've started doing anything with Tropicana since the hurricane damage last year. I sounded like what Dan said. They haven't even attempted to do anything with that yet. Very sad, really, situation in Tampa. And at least the Athletics know in 3 years they'll be playing in a new stadium, new dome stadium in Las Vegas. But I think what might eventually happen to the Rays is they're simply going to have to relocate. They're not going to get any help from the city of Tampa or St. Petersburg. By the way, Tropicana Field isn't in Tampa. It's in St. Petersburg. Yeah, it's not good. Well, anyway, as you saw in the headline yesterday, a very bizarre day at the ballpark yesterday. And we'll go over that in just a couple of seconds here. But first, let's get this word in for our great sponsors. Before you head out on vacation, you need to head to Frank Beck Chevrolet. The service pros can make sure your vehicle is ready for your summertime trips ahead. And now is the perfect time to have that air conditioning checked, as well as the tires, windshield wipers, and so on and so forth. And if you think it's time for something new, Beck's has a great selection of both new and pre-owned models, all specially priced. For sales and service, give Beck's a call at 517-849-2886 or stop by Frank Beck Chevrolet at M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville or on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. Stop on out and experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. Good advice. Wherever you may be headed this summer, in this great state of ours or this country of ours, get in there, make sure your vehicle is roadworthy, ready for the trip ahead. You don't want any problems on your trip. Get in there and check everything out. Make sure you're good to go. Better safe than sorry. That's great advice. Chevrolet together. Let's drive. Chevy Drive, Southern Michigan. Of course, Frank Beck Chevrolet is the #1 Chevrolet dealer in our tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance on the corner of M99 and US 12 in downtown Jonesville. BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, as I said, in downtown Jonesville on the corner of M99 and US 12. BarrettINS.com. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. Very bizarre day at the ball game yesterday. Tigers split. They won the first game. 9-2, lost the nightcap in 10 innings, 8-4. You kind of had a feeling in that second game after they came from behind. They got behind 4-0 with Paul Skeens pitching. They got him out of the game, and thanks to a Colt Keith home run tied the game at 4. You got had an inkling like that. Maybe they come back and sweep that doubleheader yesterday. But a little tough luck in the 10th inning. First of all, the first run that the Pirates scored in that inning, and initially appeared as though the runner was out at the plate. From one angle, it looked like he was out. The other angle, it looked like he was safe. The guys in New York said they thought he was safe. A.J. Hinch came out to argue. You can't do that, so he was ejected. You go back to the bottom of the 9th inning when they stopped playing. They had a rain delay, and for whatever reason, Don Kelly was involved in a heated argument with the home plate umpire. Who knows what that was all about? One of the was it Dennis Santana, relief pitcher for the Pirates, out in the bullpen, took a swing at a fan out there who he said crossed the line through his interpreter. There were some fans sitting behind home plate who got ejected for heckling was it Pham, one of the Pirate players. Several rain delays. First of all, when the day began, game was supposed to get underway. First game was supposed to get underway at 1:10. They didn't start that at 1:10. It wasn't raining at 1:10, but they didn't start. They didn't start till 1:50, and by that time it was raining. Oh, the whole day was like the Twilight Zone, if you remember that old series. It was just a very bizarre long day, and then of course on top of everything else, with all the rain delays and playing extra innings, the Tigers didn't get into Tampa or St. Petersburg until about 4:00 this morning. That didn't help any. Maybe the extra hours rest tonight will do them some good. Let's hope anyway. Starting pitchers, Tigers as they enter 48-28, 9.5 game lead on Cleveland, 10 game lead on Minnesota, and I believe 10.5 on Kansas City. Maybe it's 11. Who's counting right now? I don't know. The Tigers, by the way, in a couple of categories are still high in the American League. Runs scored, 371. They're second. The only team with more runs scored are the Yankees with 379, in spite of the fact that they had lost 6 in a row and were shut out for 3 straight games. Also in run differential, the Tigers are second. Plus, what are they? Plus 89, I think. Plus 89. Only the Yankees have a higher differential than they do. So the offensive categories are still there yet. Tomorrow morning on the Timeout Show with Andy, I'll give you a name who I think that, they should pursue at the trade deadline. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that tonight. We don't have time. Give us a listen tomorrow morning, and I'll give you the name. To me, he'd be a perfect fit. Anyway, pitching matchups for this series. Jack Flaherty. Let's hope he's better tonight than he was his last time out when he gave up 7 runs and 3 home runs. Anyway, he's 3-7 with an ERA of 4.03. He'll be opposed by Shane Baz, right-hander. These are all right-handers, by the way, going this weekend for the Rays. He's 6-3 with an ERA of 4.50. Sawyer Gibson along with tomorrow afternoon. I think it's a noontime start. He doesn't have any record. ERA of 3.97. He'll be opposed by Ryan Pepiot. I think that's how he pronounces his name. Pepiot. He's 4-6 with an ERA of 3.11. And then in the finale on Sunday afternoon, it'll be Casey Mize, 7-2 with an ERA of 2.96. Going up against Zach Littell, 6-7 with an ERA of 3.88. Starting lineups for tonight. Leading off playing third base, Colt Keith, batting second, playing as the DH, batting second, and the designated hitter tonight, Gleyber Torres. Hitting third, playing right field, Kerry Carpenter, batting fourth, and left field, Riley Green. At first base, batting fifth, Spencer Torkelson. Dylan Dingler will catch and hit sixth. Parker Meadows will bat seventh and play center field. Javier Baez will be at second base tonight and hit eighth. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Trey Sweeney. I think I got you caught up on all the Tiger news you need to know, don't we? In the NBA last night, in Game 6 in Indianapolis, if you didn't hear or haven't heard, there will be a Game 7. The Pacers won last night, 108 to 91. Relative easy win. Game 7 will be Sunday night at 8 o'clock on ABC. So this is kind of like, you might say, the Super Bowl of the NBA. Winner takes all in this game. To the winner will go the Lawrence O'Brien Trophy, symbolic of basketball supremacy, NBA championship. I'd like to see OKC win this simply because I do not like the Pacers. I just don't. Sorry. But speaking of basketball, we'll get this out of the way too, if you haven't heard. TV ratings for this final NBA final series. The NBA final ratings are significantly down this year compared to previous years, reaching historic lows in the Nielsen ratings era. Through 5 games, the series is averaging 9.18 million viewers on ABC, which is a 19% decrease compared to last year's 5-game average. This marks the least watched NBA Finals at this point in the series since the bubble in 2020. And of course, that was the pandemic. 2 small market teams, I guess you had to expect this, Indianapolis and Oklahoma City. But I'm sure ABC can't be too happy about it, but it is what it is. Anyway, Game 7, the last basketball game of the year, Sunday night at 8 o'clock on ABC, at least until July, when they've got the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. All 30 teams will be participating this year. Yeah. So that's, if you want a basketball fix, that's where you're going to have to watch or go to that. Anyway, before we wrap it up here, Tim Lindley, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Any technical issues you have at all, this is the man you want to see. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale, directly across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive. Get in here and see Tim for any issues at all. Computers, new or used, flat screen, TV mounting, programming setup. Perhaps you're changing internet providers, you need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Get in there and see them. He and his staff are more than capable of addressing any technical issues you have at all. That's the only place around here to go. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372, or better still get in there and see them. 37 Waldron Street. Tell them me and Mickey sent you. Will you please? Thank you. Lions. Maybe I'll give you their training. I don't have time tonight. Maybe I'll give you their training camp schedule again next week. I will tell you, though, and I'll keep reminding you at every show. Practice tickets, and there aren't many. Once they go on sale, they're gone within just a couple of minutes. At the Lions website, practice tickets for the joint practices and the other practices will go on sale Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on July the 15th. And as I say, they're gone in just a couple of minutes. There aren't many available to begin with, but I'll keep reminding you of that. The Bears are being urged to go out and sign Za'Darius Smith. I don't think he wants to go to Chicago. He's already made it pretty plain. He wants to go to come back to the Lions. He has become smitten with not just the coaching staff, but the front office. He has nothing but good things to say about them. But one more thing, too, before we leave. The general manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Mike Hazen, Hazen, the Diamondbacks, folks, aren't going to make the playoffs. All you have to do is look at the standings to see that it's not happening for them. he steadfastly maintains that they're not only are they not going to be sellers at the trade deadline, they could very well be buyers. And the same thing with the Braves general manager, uh, Alex Anthopoulos. Alex Anthopoulos is also steadfastly maintaining the Braves aren't going to make the playoffs either. And look, the playoff teams in the National League, I'll tell you who the 6 teams are going to be right now. The Mets, the Phillies, the Cubs, Dodgers, Giants, Padres. Those are your 6 playoff teams. So these general managers who are claiming that not only are they not going to be sellers at the trade deadline, they're going to be buyers. Maybe they'll be singing a different tune in 6 weeks, but right now they're delusional. The only question I would have for both of these guys is, how long have you been on Thorazine? They're not making the playoffs. It's just not happening for them. I'm sorry. It's just not. That's going to do it. Anything else I have to say, I'll say tomorrow morning with Andy and Jed here locally at WCSR 92.1. Please join us tomorrow morning from 9 to 10 here. And I will talk to you all again come Monday. And as I've said in the past, I can't thank you enough for watching and listening. Same thing goes for all the great lectures we have on Saturday morning. And as I said, we'll talk to you all again tomorrow morning with that. So till then, have yourselves a great weekend. And remember, please treat each other with respect. With that, I will bid you a very fond farewell, good night, and say go Tigers.